Hey guys, been to see Dominion for the second time. So I don't know if I did speak about why I was going to see it a second time on my previous video, and I'd like to touch on that a little bit more and just say that also one of the reasons why I decided to go again was because my reaction was probably that it was all too much and quite brutal the first time, and I don't really want to put people off going, so I thought it was right to go a second time, also to say, anyone can watch it it's not too hard for us to bear because I've gone to see it twice, even though it was traumatic both times. It's nothing compared to what these animals are going through and what the workers must be going through to behave in such a way, to be that disconnected from our true state of being and what we know in our hearts is right, Just all of these animals are kept in horrific conditions that are so far from their natural state of being, like there's nothing natural about this, So the documentary goes through all different kinds of animals and how they're used and abused, Some animals are stripped alive and just all the way through, basically, you see how unnecessary everything is. Sorry, I've got the kettle boiling if you wonder why there's suddenly these weird sounds. So, yeah, a lot of us were very upset during watching it. A few of the people, not people I knew, had just left halfway through and did not come back. Sorry, I keep getting a whiff of something. It smells nice though. See, I understand it being really hard for people to watch, but I feel like we need to see this footage. It's the most important footage to date, just showing what people are paying for when we pay for meat, eggs, fish or dairy, or clothes that use animals, or any products that use animals, And it's just disgusting, horrific, unsanitary. It's just, there's literally nothing normal about any step of the process. It's really crazy, yeah. So I feel like after watching it a second time, I thought I'd sob my heart out through the whole thing again, but I was actually didn't cry as much this time, but I think maybe that's because I've been to more vigils and been doing more outreach since, and I felt more powerless watching it the first time. I wasn't expecting it, and I hadn't watched any animal cruelty footage apart from a small snippet, but I'd not watched any full-length documentaries about animal cruelty before this. So I think the first time watching it was a huge shock to my system, whereas watching it the second time, I was fully prepared for what I was about to see. I feel like, I don't know, maybe someone did mention to me that the first time we watched it, it hadn't fully been edited. There was some slight touch-ups to be done. So I don't know, maybe they took some of the more I feel like the first time I watched it, I found the pig part a lot more unbearable and heartbreaking, so maybe that didn't have as much in, but maybe it did, and maybe it's just I'm desensitized now to it a little bit more, which I didn't think would happen. So after watching this time, the first time I watched it, I just felt really angry and like I just wanted to drop kick everyone in the face, punch them, and sniper all these horrible people. But obviously, that's not very peaceful or living in line with my core beliefs, which then caused me some grief of having this hatred in my heart. And also, after the first time I watched it, there was some life drama going on in my own life with friends and stuff, so that did not help the situation. And then it took focus away from that also, and I come away from, for different reasons, from, well, maybe because of that too, actually, just come away from activism for a long time. But then I've been lots more active recently, so I feel like this time, that's why, you know, I've seen Land of Hope and Glory and the footage that we show at AV, and, you know, been to more slaughterhouses since then, so I actually feel like I'm doing more about it now, maybe, so that's why I didn't feel as angry this time, and I have more understanding, and been to Camp Out and the Animal Rights March, which has just filled me with this momentum and fire inside, and faith and hope in the rest of humanity as well, knowing that there's others out there, part of this rainbow tribe that's bringing colour back to the world and beauty and love back to the world. Because there's nothing natural, normal or necessary about exploiting animals against their will, like using them against their will for our own convenience, for our own taste buds, for our own fashion, you know, for entertainment, for all these purposes, you know, in zoos and circuses and all things like that. Like, these animals, they're not happy, you know. Animals want to be free, doing their own thing, living their own path. And we need to stop making excuses for reasons to kill them. It's just, yeah, mind-blowing. But veganism's happening, you know. I do activism every day anyway, whether it's just messaging on Facebook or actually doing outreach or going to vigils or, you know, writing poetry, making videos. My mind is constantly on veganism, and people may be like, oh, it's taken over your life. I don't care. If liberation, equality and justice are taking over my life, then surely that's a good thing, you know. Actually wanting to look out for others and do more for others shouldn't be bad that takes up my life, you know. We should all be thinking more about helping others and helping the planet and all sorts of things. So we also did outreach earlier in town, and Sunshine Deli brought some food there, and I think that worked really well. Loads of people liked it, although vegans kept eating all the pizza, guys. It was for other people to try, but I can let you off because the pizza at Sunshine Deli is so tasty, so, you know. And we all love delicious vegan food, and we all love free food. So what I thought was a good idea would be to maybe like play Dominion, and people who go to watch it get free food afterwards, but you have to watch it first. Because this thing was like, showing was done by the Veg Society, the Uni Veg Society, and there was pay as you feel food first, and we went there and the food had gone, and there seemed to be loads of people in there, and then there wasn't as many people at the actual screening of Dominion, so I think it is. This is such an important film to watch, so please watch it. Go watch Dominion. I think it costs like £1 something to watch it on YouTube. Just pay the price to watch it. Like, these guys have put so much effort into making this and been through such heartache, surely going undercover to get all this footage. The animals are going through terrible torture every single day, and lots of people have an opinion about it, but you really can't have an opinion about it until you see what's actually going on. So please watch it. If you don't feel ready for that, then watch Land of Hope and Glory to see what's going on in our area in the UK, in areas all around the UK. Because, I'd say Dominion's actually set in Australia, but it does show footage from other places around the world as well. But it's also not isolated incidents. This is what is standard practice. RSPCA approved and all that malarkey, and we need to just stop denying what is going on. Look with our eyes, look with our hearts, feel with our senses what is right and wrong, and live in line with our core beliefs. When you watch this stuff, when you watch Dominion, you can see that this is a real life horror show, horror movie, real life. So gory and unnecessary. It's unnecessary. You can really see that through watching it. And I challenge anyone to watch it and then come and tell me that this is natural and part of the circle of life, It just amazes me that people have so much to say about vegans and veganism, and they haven't even tried it, or or have so much to say about even carnism, and they're taking part in it and have no idea what they're actually paying for, and don't want to look at what they're paying for, or know and don't want to look what they're paying for. Like, our money is our vote, and we need to be conscious of what we focus our time on, what we spend our money on. Watching this footage is like seeing. It's like mass. It reinforces that this is all mass blood sacrificing happening across the world, and not where they respect the animals or anything like that. Just they're seen as property, as objects, as nothing, And so many die along the process before they even get killed to be eaten. Like, probably more die along the way, and they just get seen as waste products chucked by the wayside. There's just so much wastage all along every line of the process. It's so not sustainable or logical at all. Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but it's just actually ridiculous. It's just baffling. So this time watching it, it's giving me more of a fuel inside how the purpose of watching it is meant to be. It's giving me a fuel inside to really just do more and know that we are doing the right thing, and nothing can stop us, and I don't care what bad things people have to say about vegans or about me. I'm not here to be liked or to be popular. I'm here to make the world a better place and to show love and compassion and share knowledge about, and liberate these animals, liberate the humans, liberate everyone into living a happier, better life, basically. So I'm glad I went to watch it a second time. I'd even watch it a third time, I'd actually invite some non-vegans next time. Maybe have the balls to do that after watching it a second time. Because I don't think people realise how much balls it takes to be an activist or vegan activist. People like those vegans that they don't even realise that they're vegan, or they don't even talk about being vegan all the time or whatever. But this is a social justice movement, and we need to challenge people in life, and we need to question why we do the things that we do. We're humans, and we should be more philosophical and ask more questions about things and have conversations. We shouldn't be scared of asking questions and looking for the truth and feeling and perceiving and caring about others, you know. We need to ask why more about different things. Why? Because we just live in a society that glorifies ignorance, that thinks ignorance is bliss, and is trying to dull all of our senses so that we create more profit for the rich and ignore anything else that's going on. That's why we're working so hard. But everyone's working loads of jobs and getting paid less money and can't even spend time with their family and their kids and their loved ones, and no one's got enough time for each other anymore. No one's got enough time for themselves, let alone the animals. So I can see how we get stuck in these situations, but we need to just look down at the root of it. Like, there is a victim involved, and if we are causing harm to others, how can we expect to live our lives in happiness and guilt-free, and just to live our lives in general, if you know what I mean? We can't expect peace if we don't promote peace and act in peace, you know? A lot of people are walking hypocrites and don't want to be confronted about it, you know? I'm not here to make friends. I don't care if people get pissed off at me confronting them or challenging them. I mean, I like to be challenged, you know? If I'm wrong or doing something, call me out on it so I can make myself a better person. I don't care. You know, I want to be a better person, so I will take that as constructive feedback and do what I gotta do about it. If it's not in line with my core beliefs, then I don't have to take that advice. I just find it crazy, people trying to convince me that what I've been learning is all wrong, when actually I've spent a lot of time looking into this. You know, a lot of time looking into veganism and carnism, and people forget, sometimes I forget, that I've not been vegan all my life, you know. It's only been, I don't know, almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in January. So 22 months or whatever I've been vegan. So the rest of my life, so I'm 26 now, so, you know, for the rest of my life before that, I was eating meat, fish, eggs, dairy, all of that stuff, using animal products. I didn't have a clue about any of this stuff. Even when I first went vegan, I didn't understand what to be vegan meant. So, like, I understand, and obviously I've learned what's actually going on in the truth, and you can't go back once you've opened your chakras and once you've opened your eyes and your mind and your heart, and you know the truth. You cannot go back on that. So people trying to convince me otherwise, I'm sorry, that's not going to work. But I will not stop trying to convince you to lead your life with compassion and love and peace. You know, I will not stop defending victims of terrible abuse that is not, like, it's not natural, normal and necessary. If we don't need to kill these animals to live or survive, then it's just, we're just seeing them as commodities for our own greed and destruction. Then I'm going to speak out about it, you know. Nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to stop us vegans. If you go vegan properly, as in you're actually going vegan for the animals or vegan for social justice movement, not just for yourself, then you won't revert back. It's people that go vegan for themselves, not actually going vegan but going plant-based, or for whatever reasons. Studies have shown they're more likely to revert back. But actually, if you're doing it and you're thinking of the animals and the victims that are involved through these processes, then you can't go back on that, you know. And also when you think about the environment and our own health and just all these great benefits, there's so many reasons to be vegan. That's a whole nother videos, many reasons. So yeah, anyway, she'll be having some more what's it called? Yeah, sorry, brain fog. Should be doing some more poems, having some more stuff out there soon. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now. I might make another video tomorrow if I've thought of any other things. Or, well, I'll probably post this tomorrow anyway because I can't be bothered to watch it all now and post it. I should do that in the morning. So yeah, so I might add a bit onto the end to this anyway. Thank you for watching. Go check out Dominion, dominionmovement.com. Check it out. Invite people, you know. Yeah, do it. Go vegan. Try Challenge 22 or Veganuary, whatever's good for you. But yeah, watch Land of Hope and Glory also. See what's happening in the UK if you don't believe what's happening all around the world. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Follow your heart and live your dreams. Peace. Love you guys.